can get this, and you maybe can get something from it. But see, I'm not a selfish person. If I do for me, I'm gonna do for you. But I'm not giving you no money. I learned that a long time ago with a man. I'm not giving you no money because sometimes niggas will get money from you, and guess what? You mad now because the money gone. No, if I buy you some sneakers, bitch, I don't care. Them shit's gonna get worn out anyway. I buy you a phone, bitch. That shit, the new phone coming out next year. That's nothing to me. But if I give you 50,000, oh, that's something to me, bitch. I'm gonna want to. I ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna take your head off. Like it's a different emotion based on how you give it. It's how you give it. Now, if you just split it, say you get a boyfriend and you split 50-50 with him, you get 100,000, you let Diddy take you down, right? And you say, here, baby, here's 50,000 for what I did and 50,000 for me. And that nigga say, thank you. Let me go get me a new bottle. You're gonna be like, in a week or two, or even in 5 months, you're gonna be like, I want my 50,000 back. Instead, baby, we going to Cancun. Baby, we going to Alaska. Baby, we going to California. Baby, we going out the country. We going to Japan. Okay, you may have spent 2,000, 3,000 on that trip, but it ain't 50,000. It ain't 50,000 of that nigga taking it and spending it on another nigga.
See, but I feel like a person would not move like that if they don't have the experience. They will have to learn and go through the hardships to get that behavioral trait. So with me, I would just have to learn. But see me, I don't see value in money.
Yeah.
So I really wouldn't care. Like if I could just make it again, I don't know. I guess.
But what if you couldn't make that? Like the way you made it that one time will be the only time you can make it like that.
So
the other times you got to work for it.
So I don't put emotion into financial stuff like that. I'll take it as a loss and I'll say, you know what? That's up to me. I know better next time, and I'll keep it moving. You can't cry over spilled milk.
No, once it's gone. But see, like it's for instance, like I bought a dude a car before. I was with you the day I sent him the money. It was the first day we ever hung out. I sent him the money. He was like, "Oh, I'm sending my boyfriend." I sent him like a little over 3,000 for a used car, right? And I could never get that back. It is what it is. Like I didn't hold on to that because I knew when I gave it, it was gone. You get what I'm saying? Like regardless if we worked out or not, it was gone. It was no longer mine. But that's why I don't give stuff like that no more because that taught me, don't do that. You do that for the people who deserve it, not just because somebody's your boyfriend. Because somebody being your boyfriend don't mean that they are the person for you. Sometimes somebody's just your boyfriend for temporary. I've had 4 boyfriends, and I've had long-term relationships with all of them. 2, 4. Literally, that's how my relationships have went, right? What the fuck? I ain't with none of them niggas now. I'm married to a whole nother nigga. But I done got niggas' teeth. I done paid for niggas' teeth. I done bought niggas' cars, you know what I'm saying? And they don't belong to me and I don't belong to them. So they don't owe me nothing. I don't owe them nothing. But if I don't give it to them, I can live with myself knowing I didn't give it to them. You know what I mean? Versus if I sit here and just give you half of everything I have and then you shit on me, I'm going to feel some type of way. But that's me. That's not maybe you, but that's me. I'm going to be like, damn, bitch, you played in my face. But and you knew you was going to play because then it started making me feel like you set me up. And then I got to get you back. That's the old me. Now I just be like, leave me alone with your drama. You extra, you disrespectful. I don't want no parts in anything that's not for me. But imagine you hold a nigga down, you give him half, and then then next thing you know, he with somebody that you used to fuck with spending your money on them. You gonna be like this, yo, that's what you. It's a human thing. You're gonna be like, yo, this nigga. Versus you bought that nigga shoes and you see him rocking them dirty ass shoes from 2 years ago. You bought him like, nigga, you're lame. You still rocking them dirty ass shoes I bought you? That's nothing. But if I gave you 20 bands, bitch, I want my money back. But that's why you don't give what you're not okay. You never give what you're not okay with not getting back. That's the rule. If you got to be okay with not getting it back. And if you're not okay with not getting it back, don't give it.
Faith like recently texted me. She goes, hey, I know yada yada, but you think this, you think that, and I'm gonna read you what I wrote to her, cause I said, you know what, I said maybe it's time to really put my foot down.
Okay, Uncle Mo.
Let me see.
Apollo, stop.
She goes, look, I know I owe you some money, and money been super super tight for me. I literally make 460 a week because she live here in North Carolina. She moved now.
Oh, she left Florida?
Yeah.
Is she still in school?
I don't know. That I don't know.
She with that girl? Oh, God. Go ahead. I'm sorry, because I've been there, Faith. I already know what's about to happen. But go ahead. Tell me the rest. I'm mad at my niece. My niece that ain't even my niece. But go ahead.
She goes, I make 460 a week, and that goes to bills, and I can start giving you 50 a week very soon. Do you think you can order me some stuff from my house on Amazon in the meantime? Just that little favor for me. Smiley face.
Mm-hmm.
You don't text me, see how I'm doing.
Yeah.
You don't call me, see how I'm doing.
Come on. But you asking.
I appreciate the hospitality that you gave me when I came down for for the next door neighbor Jeremy's funeral. But don't get it twisted. I got money for emergency. I didn't need your place. I could have got myself a hotel. The same way I got myself a rental car and a flight. I didn't need you.
Mm-hmm.
I save, I do all this. Like they say, oh yeah, all this overtime for money. Oh, what do you spend on? Nothing. Bank. And I might choose, 5 cases from Apple, $300.
That's your business.
All these sneakers, nothing to me. But I work. I basically kind of so-called bust my ass off.
You don't so-called. You bust your ass. You work 15-hour days.
No, I say that because I kind of like what I do. I don't mind what I do.
Yeah.
So, it goes to the bank, and that's it. Stays there for something like this. Boom, I got it. So I thought about it. And at first I was like, you know what, it's small Amazon stuff, I'll do it. But I said no, it's the principle. Because I bet you, I can ask your girl, I can ask Chris, has she got her nails done? Has she done this? Has she gone out to eat? Has she done activities? Where are you getting this money from? Oh, it's not my business. And so I texted her, I said, sorry, I can't help you.
I'm sorry. Because it sounds like some shit I would say. Go ahead. Sorry, I can't help you. I got it, but I don't got it for you.
So I said, ever since I gave you that money, probably years ago, like maybe a year or 2 years already, I said, you have not even gave me a penny. You haven't showed any effort as well. So sorry, I can't help you. And then she goes, I understand, I just have more important things to pay, and I have gave you money back, that you lent me money again. Ever since then, I've started paying bills and couldn't make the effort because I need food and roof over my head, but thank you anyways. I said, all I said was effort. I never said an exact amount. And she goes, no, I know, but I'm telling you that's the amount that I'm making a week, and I have to pay bills plus my food, because I barely get food stamps, and if they cut food stamps, and if they cut food stamps, so I haven't been able to do anything. So to me, it's like, that's irrelevant.
That has nothing to do with the facts.
Whether it was $5 or $10, in a span of 2 fucking years, you've been done.
Now imagine if you would, I told somebody, I said, imagine if you would have just gave me $25. I said, it would have been shit to me, but you know what? It would have showed me that you respect me enough and I'm a priority. And no shade, but as soon as she said, oh, I have other things to take care of, you owe me that money before you had them things to take care of. That has nothing to do with me. That's your situation. You're an adult now. I just know that, oh my God, she did the exact thing that the gays do. Get in relationships, start moving around, stop focusing on self. The biggest thing I always wish I would have did in my early 20s was not been with nobody. I actually wish I didn't have a boyfriend, didn't have girlfriends. I wish I would have just focused on myself first. Because imagine how much energy in your when you're 20 and you put all that energy to yourself, how far you could be. Versus, honestly, being in relationships at 19 and 20, it could be good for some people, but sometimes it literally draws you into that is a majority of your life. Versus when you get older, you appreciate it a little different because, okay, now I want to build this life with you because I put everything into me. But now, when you get in these young relationships, you stay with this person for years, and then when you without them, you don't know who the fuck you are because you didn't put enough. And that's what happened with Jesus and Justice. Being together so long, growing up together, which I'm not saying it don't work. It can work, but it doesn't work for everybody. And you put all that energy into being with one person, and then you realize, wow, I was 19 or 20 when I got with this person. I'm 24, 25 now, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I could already see without, I don't need to know. I just know, if that makes sense. It's the traditional story of what happens in not just the gay community, with young people, period. We get lost in the sauce of somebody else instead of it getting lost in us and then adding somebody else when we're strong enough on our own. She was already a young lady. She's still young as fuck. And she's not in school. That told me right there. She's not in school. How is she in school if she's only making that little bit of money and she's probably working full time for that? Because down here, that's like full time because it's money. The money's bad down here. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just like the focus is lost. I feel bad for that aspect, but that's a choice.
So maybe because Chris believed that she really moved and went out to Florida to be with the girl. So
she did. She told me about that girl, but when she was still living here, when she was still in high school, when we was texting, I said, are you going to school because you want to go to school there, or are you going for that girl? And she was like, oh no, I want to go to school there. I was like, girl, don't go for that girl. I said, I'm telling you, go where you want to go. If she want to be with you, she'll follow you. And that's what I told her. I said, do not follow people. Make sure they follow you. Be the leader. Because if shit don't work out, you still know how to get yourself out of it. Now, if she only making that little bit of amount and they depending on each other's income, what happens if it don't work out? What you gonna do? You gonna take your ass right back to the Bronx.
And then self-reflect and be like, damn.
And be unhappy because now you gotta live back underneath your sister's rules, and you know your sister. Underneath your mama rules, and you know how your mama is. And it's not speaking nothing bad about your sister because that's her kid. That's her kid. So the way she chooses to raise her, that's her business and her right. But you don't like the way your mama was raising you in the sense of you felt like you couldn't be yourself. So why wouldn't you focus on yourself when you get out the house? The first thing you did was ran from your mama house to somebody else.
So what I would tell her, based on what you just said, what I would tell her is, I may not have been in a relationship, but when you get into something like that, you will enjoy it. You will love it. You will like it. But like this, 10 years fly. And that bubble's in a pot. And if that happens and you go back home, guess what? You're back to step one.
All over.
No,
literally
no college.
Everything.
No nothing.
You have nothing for yourself.
So what now?
Come here, Christian. Because I know you creeping out the room for something. And I know it's not bedtime yet. It is Friday. And stop growling at him. It's Friday. What time do you go to bed on Fridays? 10 what?
10:30.
Come on now. Hey! 10:30. Come back in 23 minutes. And then you can go to bed. Apollo, cut it out.
It's me.
Okay, 23 minutes and then you can go to bed. And don't worry, tell Sean coming over tomorrow, so he's going to be with you.
When?
Tomorrow, afternoon.
And then?
Mm-hmm. My brother's going to watch y'all. My brother's coming over.
Cool.
Okay.
Where you going?
You know what I mean? Why are you questioning me? Like, you take care of me? Give me some money.
I'm good.
I know. I'm going to the soup place tomorrow, and then I'm going to go out and hang out with Moses and Maurice and Delora tomorrow, okay?
Have fun.
Okay, thank you.
Back to soup.
I'll bring you back. I'm gonna buy you a suit. I'm gonna take you to go get your own suit. Okay?
Okay.
That's it. I'll see you in 22 minutes. All right. Sorry.
Yeah, that it's just, you know, you're gonna look back and you're like, damn, I'm back at step one, but you lost all this time.
I feel like that at this age, in my 30s. I am happy where I am now, but I feel like I could have been doing this. But I gave more time to. That's why I'll be telling you, I'll be like, there's no reason to be envious because everybody has to live their life and has to find their own path to relationships. Maybe that wasn't your path, and that's okay. And to a degree, I wish I didn't do that. To be honest, like I'm happy now with my husband, but I do wish in my early 20s I wasn't with anyone. I wish I just would have fucked up and lived my life for me. Instead, I was fucking and sucking and getting wrapped up into the emotion of it, and then not knowing how to communicate to be in a good, healthy relationship where it lasted for years because I still communicated like a child when I was in my early 20s. It was, oh, if you don't agree with me, then you're wrong. You know, that was my mindset. Oh, you're wrong. Because, bitch, if you don't agree, I'm right. But when you give yourself time to establish who you are and know who you are by yourself, it literally can attract the right people versus when you're young, you searching, you looking for, you don't know what you're looking for, but you're looking for love. You're looking for like that's what my whole thing is. This is how relationships play, and this is for faith. I can say this: the relationships we get in as adults, or friends and relationships, the people we date, is based off of things that we came up with and how we saw our childhood and certain things we've seen. Me, I've always been searching for love. I've always been searching. I've always felt like I just want to be loved. I just want somebody to love me. Because I'm not gonna say my family didn't love me, but I didn't feel it enough, if that makes sense. Like I didn't feel it inside. I just felt like, oh yeah, they love me, they take care of me, But to be loved correctly, I had to go looking for that. And then what did that do? It took me to get to the end of my 20s to get my shit together. That's why when people are like, oh, Sophia, you got your shit together. Yeah. And I'm 33 years old now. Nothing wrong with it because life has to happen on your own accord. But at the same time, I could have did all this shit when I was in my... Look at all these young folks, younger than us, millionaires, off this fucking streaming and off this... the way they use this phone. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not about being envious of them. It's just they locked in with themselves. You know what I'm saying? They locked in like, yo, I gotta get this bag, gotta get this money. They get these little relationships, but that ain't gonna stop the bag. Baby, I got in relationships. Oh, I want to be with him. Oh, he loves me. Somebody I'm with every day. Not realizing that's a coping mechanism because not feeling love when I was younger. So I went and found it in the world, an unhealthy love where I didn't know how to communicate, didn't know how to respect each other. And I got with somebody for years to truly realize that I should have never been. I met a guy, I was with him a few months. I said, oh, this shit ain't gonna work. Stayed with him for 4.5 years. Why? Because it was comfortable. That's why her moving with that girl, she should have never been living with that girl. You should have got to know that girl from 2 different households.
But if it could have been true that she moved for school,
Mm-hmm.
I because why would someone do something like that? Because they got nothing else to do. Why do I stick at this job and don't go searching? It's pretty consistent. Everything is cool, so it's like a good package, and I got nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna work, keep getting raises, do overtime, make the money, blah blah blah. All right, I got nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
If a man come into my life, how's that change? It changed a lot. Cause now,
you have to add somebody in,
and now no more overtime. Cause I gotta make time.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do as much overtime because now you have to put into your relationship. Because if you work in 60 and 70 hours a week and your boyfriend never see you, what's gonna happen? It's not even about cheating, but fuck the cheating part. What's gonna happen? I can't barely communicate with you because you can't stay on the phone. You're at work. You can't make as much money, but you ain't spending no time with me. What's gonna happen? It's not even about cheating. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? This doesn't work. You know, you have no time for me. That happens. So you got to think about it. Being with someone changes the dynamic of your whole entire life. Versus like, okay, like if you were with a partner, maybe he would have told you, baby, get that MTA job. You get better benefits. It's gonna be da da da. Versus you have every thought by yourself on your own because it's your own. It's your life. You don't have to live it for anybody. Yeah, you may share an apartment with your mom, but you don't live your life for your mom. You still do whatever you want to do. But versus if you get a boyfriend and he says, baby, you making $22, you could be making this much money, and then you could be in a union, and you could be, this is a good job. Everybody wants to work for the MTA, right? That could have been a different outside opinion. Would it have been right for you? Who knows? But it wouldn't have just been your opinion because you would have went to your man and be like, baby, what do you think? He'd be like, oh, well, baby, you know, you do work a lot. Maybe it'll stop you from doing so much overtime so we can spend time together. And then it'll put in your mind like, oh, maybe I should think about it. You get what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. It depends on how he communicates it. But then it's going to make you be like, I can make the same amount of money and spend more time with him. Maybe I should leave this job. Not because I don't like it, because I'm comfortable. I love this job. But you know what? I care about this person too. You get what I'm saying? It makes you start versus, no, I'm comfortable here. I want to stay here. You know, that is your mindset. You have somebody. That's the difficult part of being in a relationship, learning that your no is not the automatic no anymore. And your yes is not the automatic. You be like, oh, I'd be like, oh, Moses, we going to Vegas in April. You come in, buy your ticket. You gonna have to. You ain't gotta ask, but you do gotta tell that nigga. You gotta be like, baby, I want to go to Vegas, and I'm going to Vegas with my friends. You still gonna have to tell him because how do you just go to Vegas and leave your partner and not tell them? You get what I'm saying? Now you gotta start answering the people, and when you're young and you don't have to answer the people, it feels better. I'm not gonna lie, it feels better to move how you want, but now you gotta care about somebody else's feelings because if you don't, then you're selfish. You get like, oh, I'm going to North Carolina for the weekend. You didn't tell me nothing. You know, like, that would be me. I would be like, babe, you didn't tell me nothing. When did you plan this? Oh, yeah, about, you know, like, I knew I was going about 2 months ago. 2 months ago? Oh, no, sit down, Moses. We need to talk. Like, sit down. We need to talk. You're not communicating with me that you're leaving. I don't have an issue with you leaving, but I have the right to know. And what you gonna say? Oh, you can't tell me what. No, I'm not telling you what to do, but I have the right to know.
No, I wouldn't say that. It would be more like, well, this is a tradition that we go every year.
Okay, but I don't know that. I'm new in your life, baby. I've only been with you a few months. I just want to know, so I know that you'll be gone. It's like that, but you're not automatically gonna think like that. You're like, this is what I do every year. This is what we do, but you do have to be like, hey, babe. Just letting you know, I'm not asking you. You ain't got to say that, but I'm not asking you, but I am going to North Carolina this weekend.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is like, if I ever get a man, it will have to be a lot of patience because it's like you could have had 6-7 boyfriends, but I could have not many. So you're gonna deal with a lot of things that's not normal to you, but you just gotta write it.
You gotta ride it out. And that's why you said to me, it's like if I would just be like, just have patience. That's all you can tell somebody. Just have patience. But that's for you to communicate in the beginning is listen. I'm not gonna be manipulated, but I'm not gonna manipulate you. You have to have patience with me because this is new for me. But this is the experience that I'm willing to take with you. So just be patient with me and understand that I may not always get your emotional cues that you may need me or want me. I may need you to say, I need you or I want you. I may need you. You may say, oh, I had a bad day today, babe. Meanwhile, you really want me to come over, right? But you're not saying that. And me, as somebody who's been in 4 relationships, I'd be like, let me go. I'm going to the CVS. I'm living in New York City. Let me go get some flowers, get some candy, get his little treats that he like, go chill over there, go hug up and kiss up on him, try to make him feel better. That's my thought. You like, I worked all day. I'm about to go home. I got to relax. I got to work in the morning. But see, me, I'm going to be like, let me get up. Like when we first started talking, Maurice got sick. with the flu. I sent him a whole fucking care package through Uber. Just because. He didn't ask me to do it. I just did it because I was thinking about him. You gotta be selfless and not selfish. And that's hard when you only know how to take care of yourself. Shut up.
Yeah, because either that. Yeah, like I agree with that. Like it, like if my partner wants to say that, I'll be like, oh damn, get some rice. You know what I mean? But it's not. I won't be doing it out of malicious intent.
No.
There's a reason why Jesus and other people be like, yo, you're very naive. I because my personality, I do blunt.
Yeah.